Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly horoscope. This one is for Monday the 24th of April going through until Sunday the 30th of April 2023. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today, especially today. It's so nice to film outside. It's like the perfect Sunday morning. It's really early, so the city is still kind of quiet, and it's really nice and warm, and there are dandelions coming out that you can see in the back there, little daisies, so it's super pleasant to be here this morning. Okay, so as always, I'm going to go through each day this week to see what the planets are doing, how they interact with each other, and what energy that creates. Starting with Monday the 24th of April, we've got the moon in Gemini. The moon is the way you feel, and Gemini is a sign that's ruled by Mercury, the communication planet, which is currently in retrograde. The moon in Gemini usually makes you feel very articulate and expressive and creative. With Mercury in retrograde, it allows you to see things differently and to have a lot of amazing creative ideas. It then squares the planet of ideas and imagination and spirituality, Neptune, which is in the sign that it rules, Pisces. So there's a great connection with your own kind of imagination of what could be, what you'd like to express, or the ability to kind of flip something and see it differently for the first time. And the moon then also sextiles Jupiter in Aries. So there's this amazing sense of, yes, of course I can do things on my own and move forward. It's very can-do, kind of very positive. The moon then goes into Cancer at 8:58 in the evening. And with the moon shifting into Cancer, the sign that it rules, it's very happy. So immediately there's a sense of contentment associated with that. And the Cancer moon is about your home life. It's about the family. It's about your most inner sanctum. So it's your relationships, what makes you feel at home, what makes you feel taken care of. Those things start to become very important. The Cancer moon then trines Saturn in Pisces. So that's a wonderful kind of water connection here. Cancer is a water sign, so is Pisces. And that gives you a very strong connection to your higher self. And again, the sense of I'm safe and content, I'm home. So that sense of home it may sound like very little. It's like, okay, great, I feel like I'm home. But it gives you a confidence, it gives you an ability, it gives you a self-belief that says, yes, I can do certain things, even if they seem unlikely to succeed. The Cancer moon then also sextiles the Sun in Taurus, and it quincunxes Pluto in Aquarius. There's a great sense of practical awareness and what is useful and what information is required to get things done. So with that, you're even very practical in that sense. So on Monday the 24th of April, overall, you've got lots of energy, imagination and drive going into this week. Later on in the day, when the moon makes a shift into Cancer, you do become more focused on relationships and anything that makes you feel nurtured, and it's like, this is the domestic sphere of my life. That's just what I want to be interested in. So it's a good evening to pursue personal hobbies, to spend time with loved ones. Also, try and do any research that needs doing this week on Monday here, because the Pluto and Aquarius connection is really good in helping you to find what you're looking for. Yeah, so if anything needs to be, looked into and you need to do a bit of research, Monday is it. Tuesday, the 25th of April, we've got the Cancer moon now conjuncting Mars in Cancer. So a very strong focus and drive on the family and your home life. It squares Chiron in Aries. So there's friction between the self and others. So, but not actual friction as in you're not getting on with people. I think Monday, Tuesday, you get on great with people. I think it's the friction of, do I focus on what I need to do, or, oh, there's a little bird sitting there. Hey, birdie. Do I focus on what I need to do, or do I focus on the family and other people's needs? That could cause a little bit of confusion. The Cancer moon then, it trines Saturn in Pisces, which gives you again that great sense of spiritual, I am at ease here. It sextiles the Sun, Mercury, and Uranus in Taurus. So this is a fabulous time to really take practical action, which is based on your feeling, what you want. So you see the friction between others, or the questioning of, do I just make the day about other people, or do I include myself on that list of people? It's there because you can really create wonderful things for yourself. So it's an opportunity that, it can be missed if the focus is completely on other people's needs and their happiness all the time. The Sun in Taurus sextiles Saturn in Pisces, and then Venus in Gemini sextiles Chiron in Aries. So it's this sense of I'm entitled to look for the things that make me happy, and there are things that will make me happy, and it is good and right and reasonable for me to pursue those things. So again, on Tuesday, there is a strong focus on your home life. And coupled with that, you have this amazing practical ability to take care of business. So you're like a perfect parent here for yourself and to other people, in a sense. You're taking care of things for everyone involved. So the elements on the day are both feminine, earth and water. And the balance between those two allows you to kind of manifest, or to start to manifest, your vision for the future, and to take the first steps required to make that a reality. So the strong influence of Venus and Taurus mean it's also a great day for singles who are looking for love. Because Venus is the Empress in the Tarot. She's the planet of love and beauty and romance and the beginning of something new and wonderful. It's the beginning of a new life. And Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Taurus is, for instance, the beauty in nature, or the chemistry, the physical side of what's happening. Moving on to Wednesday, the 26th of April, we now have the Cancer moon forming a square with Jupiter and Chiron in Aries. So there's friction between these two. A square really is friction. So the Cancer moon continues to say the family, my relationships, I want to feel at ease here. The friction between Jupiter and Chiron, then they're saying, don't forget about yourself. It keeps reminding you to kind of do things for yourself. Because I suppose the thing that I'm reading between the lines here, the reminders are coming through because there is the opportunity for you to really accomplish things for yourself if that's on your to-do list. The Cancer moon then trines Neptune in Pisces, so your imagination, your intuition, your inner guidance system is switched on, and it sextiles Uranus and Taurus, which allows you to deal with any kind of unforeseen circumstances or crises that could come up on Wednesday. Intuitively, you'll know how to handle those situations. So Wednesday, with all this water here, and then the friction with Jupiter and Chiron in Aries, and Aries being very much about my goals. How am I going to get rid of these obstacles? How am I going to move ahead? So I feel with that combination, the focus on Wednesday is very much about personal care and self-healing. If something does come through externally that needs to be dealt with, and it's unexpected, addressing it head on and quickly is better than putting things aside. So on Wednesday, I feel it's easier to act and to use the current momentum that you've got than it is to try and put a worry aside and to forget about it. Because all this water, sometimes you can worry about something and really genuinely put it aside and focus on other things and leave it, right? But at other times, emotionally, you can be very charged, and trying to put it aside just stresses you out even more. And I think Wednesday is that kind of thing where if you deliberately try and ignore something, it's just going to nag at you. So I feel the better option on Wednesday is action. That is going to resolve things and clear the decks emotionally, rather than trying to talk yourself into some kind of state of being, Thursday, the 27th of April, we've got the moon going into Leo at 8:30 in the morning, which is good news. The moon in Leo is confident. It likes to have a good time. Leo is ruled by the sun, which is the identity. And if you think about the sun in the tarot, it's about pleasing the inner child and doing things which make you feel happy to be alive. So with the moon going into Leo, those kind of things now become important. What do I enjoy? What do I like to do? The Leo moon then opposes Pluto in Aquarius. So my enjoyment is more important than constantly just being serious and listening and learning. You have a preference here now. The moon then squares the sun in Taurus. So that gives me a real sense of physical energy and drive, and like the desire to be out and about and to use your body and to hike and to have these kind of practical experiences. It quincunxes Saturn in Pisces. Sorry, I'm hesitating because I thought I had a bell problem at my flat. I didn't realize they had bells here too. They do. Okay, it's quincunxes Saturn in Pisces. Again, that sense of home, the ability to then take practical action. I don't really want to be taught, I'm thinking out loud here, and lectured here on Thursday. Instead, what I want to do is I want to have an experience. Mars in Cancer squares Chiron in Aries, so it's about your experience with the people you love, the things that you enjoy doing. I think your inner circle becomes the boundaries become a lot stronger on Thursday the 27th. So overall, the mood really changes with the shift into Leo, and it is outgoing and sociable, and it likes to be in the spotlight as a performer or as a leader. So ultimately, I think that you have a much easier time now connecting with other people, but you kind of still, on some level, hold your cards close to your chest. So it's a really good opportunity to create kind of working relationships, to create relationships which don't require a lot of emotional care, or relationships that aren't that deep, friends and acquaintances. Whereas the whole week it's been very much about the domestic and keeping your inner circle, and you're still doing that to a certain extent, but now it opens up and you can connect with pretty much anybody. Okay. So on Thursday, if you do need to step out of your comfort zone and connect with lots of people for work reasons or whatever, or you need to make a speech at a function that you're at, it's a great day for it. So emotionally, all of this may be a bit draining, so do give yourself time to rest. Thursday is pretty full on. Moving on to Friday, the 28th of April, we've got the Leo moon forming a square with Venus in Taurus and Uranus in Taurus. So that is very fun-loving and outgoing, and it loves nature and creativity and art and singing and adventures. It then trines Chiron in Aries, and it sextiles Venus in Gemini. So to me, this looks like the perfect day for love, romance, dating, friendships, family events, family functions, any kind of social thing where people are involved. The vibe is so optimistic and youthful and upbeat. Everyone's willing to share and connect. It's perfect Friday if you're looking to do some sort of social thing. So the keywords I've got for Friday the 28th are love, adventure, and romance. The desire to experience something magical and the possibility of something magical and unexpected actually happening. You can also manage your responsibilities very, very well on this day if you have to, but it's the perfect day for an outing or some sort of group event. So if you have a chance to do that, then don't miss out on it. It's very, very likely to be a positive experience. The planets really align to ensure positive relationships, whether super, super close and intimate or just much informal kind of acquaintances. And you can have a good time, first and foremost. You can put yourself in a position where other people are kind of, where you're in the spotlight, even if that usually doesn't feel very comfortable. And also you can strengthen your relationships and build stronger connections through these kind of positive experiences. Saturday, the 29th of April, we've got the Leo moon forming a trine with Jupiter in Aries. So we've got lots of fire now coming into the chart. And it quincunxes Neptune in Pisces. And to me that says, I want to pursue my dreams, I want to have fun, I want to do things that make me feel like my life is getting bigger. The moon then enters Virgo at 8:59 in the evening, so the party's kind of over with that, especially any level of excess. Like I just want to have a good time, I want to be irresponsible. Virgo isn't like that. Virgo prefers having all the information, being analytical and prepared, and then taking care of what needs to be dealt with. The Virgo moon opposes Saturn in Pisces, so it's like, yes, there's a dream, yes, there's some sort of spiritual ideal here, but let's actually figure out the numbers and add things up. As an example, Virgo likes the details. It quincunxes Pluto in Aquarius, so this is actually a great day to learn and to figure something out and to research the way Monday, the 24th of April, was great for research. Yeah, so if anything doesn't make sense or needs to be figured out, Saturday is a great day to tackle that. Mars in Cancer sextiles Uranus in Taurus. So there's a good calm ability to take care of anything that's a problem without a lot of stress and without a lot of drama. It's again kind of just getting on with it and saying this needs to be dealt with, so I will. So on Saturday, you may become very aware of something that you want to do in life but you haven't got around to yet. So if anything like that pops up today, make a note that is popping up because it's a good idea. If something seems to be outside of your control, it may cause some anxiety. Swimming, walking, any type of physical activity is good on Saturday to reduce any stress. It's the Virgo, the Earth sign, it's the Taurus. It's about taking a practical solution to anything that's going on emotionally or spiritually or intellectually. It'll help calm you down. On Sunday, the 30th of April, we have the Virgo moon now opposing Saturn in Pisces. So the Virgo moon says, I like order and I like structure and I like to understand what's going on. The opposition means it's 180 degrees away from Saturn, and the moon is really your feeling, right? So if this big outer planet, Saturn, is opposing it, putting pressure on it, and then in Pisces, it's again a reminder, don't forget about the spiritual side of things. Don't just become obsessed with the practical requirements of your life. Also remember that you're a spiritual being having a human experience. And that's the second time I've said that this week, and it makes me kind of pay attention because something is reminding us here all week that there's great access to balance. You're able to really multitask this week and to look at your relationships and to look at your work and then to take care of yourself and your own needs, to make plans for the future, to live in the moment, to just have fun. I mean, you're really operating at like a top level here. So anything that you want to experience or that you haven't had the chance to do yet, you see, it's that kind of enthusiastic energy of what could happen, what wonderful thing is next. The Virgo moon also trines the Sun and Mercury in Taurus. So the Sun, your identity in Taurus, is very practical. It's able to take charge of things. Mercury in Taurus is very literal. It likes nature and symbols and to communicate in a kind of non-verbal way, a demonstrative. And it's very, again, nature and chemistry and physical connection with other people. So good for love and romance, I suppose. And then a quincunx is Chiron in Aries. Right. So Chiron in Aries brings in the personal kind of fire and healing aspect. And overall, I think Sunday is much more relaxed than the day before. So I don't think there's going to be much anxiety. You feel grounded, you feel connected, balanced, and it's another great day to kind of explore, to be out and about and to spend time with friends or family, or to be out in nature and to go new places. So overall, you know, like there's a little bit of a blip on Saturday, like there's a little bit of dip in terms of the emotions where it just might be a bit much. But overall, I would say there's like this whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they feel 90% positive, and the opportunities of what you can do at the weekend is 90% positive. And then there's like a 10% of maybe emotionally I'm feeling a little overwhelmed or anxiety or something. So overall, I just really want to make the point that this long weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it looks amazing. And it has a spring-like feel to it. And that astrology is based on the seasons, and in reality we are in spring, but the planets really reflect that. They're really getting on board with that and saying, yes, it is spring. It's time to begin anew. So it is that sense of being able to manifest what you want, being very hopeful, and having access to that sense of there are new things happening, things are changing, they're progressing, and I'm creating. I'm involved in the process. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I get for you here this week. I hope it gives you an idea of what you'll be working with. If you would like a personal reading with me, in my personal readings, what I do is I take your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth, and that allows me to draw up your natal chart. And by analyzing that, I can see a great deal. So if you have any questions around your life purpose, living situation, career, relationships, health, communication, finances, personal growth and development, spiritual connections, hopes and dreams, social life, career, anything at all. If you have specifics like dates, when to watch out for with retrogrades, or if you're changing your job, or if you're moving, when the best times are to do that, when the planets like naturally support it, make the whole process smoother and things. Any questions, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. And I hope you have a fabulous week here. It looks so good. It really does. It looks very, spring has sprung. So I hope you have a wonderful time. Check out some of my other videos. I do daily tarot readings on the channel, and then I make special astrology videos on the new moons and the full moons. And we had an eclipse recently, which was a huge event, and that influences us for the next 6 months. So if you're interested in that, check out the video on the solar eclipse, new moon in Aries, that happened last week on the 20th, I think it was. Have a wonderful week, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.